So many of us tend to think that protein only comes from eggs or meat. I've met quite a few patients, especially those over 60, who believe that if you want to keep your muscles strong, you have to rely on beef or chicken eggs. But the truth is, it's not that simple. There are everyday vegetables sitting right in your kitchen that are actually rich sources of high-quality protein, quietly nourishing your body in ways you might never expect. I want you to picture this instead of a heavy meat-loaded plate. You add a little more green, some spinach, broccoli, or asparagus. These vegetables don't just help build muscle, they also support memory, improve circulation, calm down inflammation, and most importantly, keep your body steady and balanced as you move through life. One of my 70-year-old patients once told me, "Doctor, I thought getting old meant my health would only decline, and there was nothing I could do about it." But after adding more protein-rich vegetables into his meals within just a few months, he noticed a real difference. His body felt lighter and his mind felt clearer. And I truly believe you can experience that same kind of transformation. Sometimes it only takes the smallest changes right at your dinner table. I can still remember so clearly the bright eyes of that 65-year-old gentleman I mentioned earlier. On his very first visit to my clinic, he walked slowly, gasping for breath after just a few steps up the stairs. He looked at me and said, "Doctor, I guess this is just old age, muscles get weaker and I have to accept it." But then simply by changing a few small things on his plate, adding lentils, adding spinach, his body seemed to discover a new strength. Isn't it remarkable that even after 60, the human body still has the ability to recover if only we nourish it the right way? Now imagine yourself one afternoon sitting on your porch holding a warm roasted sweet potato. It's not just a simple snack. It's sustainable fuel that helps your muscles resist shrinking and keeps your steps steadier. For those who often feel their legs tire easily or get out of breath, climbing stairs a little sweet potato each day can make a real difference. Then there was a 70-year-old woman I cared for. She told me that by adding just a handful of peas and half an avocado to her breakfast, she began sleeping better with fewer nighttime leg cramps. It may sound small, but for an older adult, a restful night of sleep without painful interruptions is as precious as any medicine. In over 30 years of practicing medicine, I've learned something profound. Nature has already given us gifts for healing. Take the moringa tree, for example. It contains all 9 essential amino acids, is rich in calcium and iron, and has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. I often call it the tree of life for those over 60. My patients who drink moringa tea or add its young leaves to soups often tell me they feel lighter with less joint pain and sharper mental clarity. Or consider asparagus and kale, 2 vegetables that seem fancy, yet bring both elegance in flavor and powerful benefits. They're rich in vitamin K and choline, helping the brain and muscles coordinate more smoothly and protecting memory from fading too quickly. Have you ever forgotten a loved one's name or lost your train of thought mid-sentence? That's a sign of weakening brain-muscle connection, and these greens can help fight against it. Even the smaller vegetables like mushrooms or Brussels sprouts, often overlooked, are silent warriors. They nourish the brain, fight hidden inflammation, and protect both your heart and your muscles day by day. I often tell my patients you don't need to search far. Just add a handful of mushrooms to your stir-fry or soup, and you've already given your heart and brain a shield of protection. And of course, I can't forget okra. Just 1 cup provides 2 grams of protein, while also helping your body absorb protein from meat and fish more effectively. For those struggling with knee or back pain, adding okra to dinner can ease inflammation. One of my patients once joked, "I eat okra not because I like it, but because I want to make sure I can still walk to my garden tomorrow morning." Yet within weeks, he began buying it himself because he could feel his joints moving more freely. You see, all of these vegetables, moringa, asparagus, kale, mushrooms, okra, even something as humble as roasted sweet potatoes, don't just nourish the body, they nourish freedom. The freedom to walk without fear of falling. The freedom to enjoy an unbroken night's sleep. The freedom to talk with your children and grandchildren without your memory betraying you. And the beautiful truth is, you don't need huge changes. Just small, steady steps, simple foods, day by day, are enough to rewrite your health story. And there's one thing I'd like you to remember: all of these foods, when combined thoughtfully in your daily meals, are more than just nutrition. They act like silent companions, helping your body stay flexible and resilient, while gently slowing down the aging process that happens every single day. One of my patients, now 72, once complained that every time she stood up or sat down, her knees made a cracking sound. After consistently adding kale mushrooms and okra to her diet and pairing it with light morning walks, just a few months later, she came back with a radiant smile. "Doctor, I can sit and stand now without hearing a single noise in my knees." That is the true power of food choices. Every leaf of kale, every spear of asparagus, every little mushroom plays its part protecting your heart, easing joint inflammation, keeping your memory clearer. And perhaps most importantly, they give you back something priceless: confidence. Confidence that you can still live with strength, stay active, and enjoy your golden years with joy and vitality. So don't wait until your body starts crying out for help before you make a change. Give yourself the chance today with a plate of greens at lunch, a roasted sweet potato in the afternoon, or a simple bowl of okra soup at dinner. Those small daily habits built up over time will become the solid foundation that preserves both your health and your sharp mind. Overall benefits: when most people think of protein, they immediately picture eggs, chicken, or beef. But what's often overlooked is that many everyday vegetables also provide protein, along with a wide range of powerful nutrients. And the truth is, these plant-based proteins don't just add up the numbers on your plate, they work in harmony with your body, offering benefits that extend far beyond simple nutrition. Better nutrient absorption. Vegetables like okra and leafy greens not only contain protein, they also help your body absorb protein more effectively from other foods such as fish, beans, and meat. It's like having a key that unlocks the door, allowing your body to use nutrients more efficiently. This means you get more value out of every meal. Protection for muscles, bones, and joints. As we age, our muscles tend to shrink, our bones lose density, and our joints ache. But vegetables like kale, mushrooms, and moringa act as natural protectors. They reduce inflammation, provide essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, and supply amino acids that maintain muscle tissue. The result: stronger legs, steadier movements, and less stiffness in the morning. Support for memory and coordination. Asparagus, kale, and Brussels sprouts are rich in vitamin K and choline, nutrients that help your brain and muscles communicate smoothly. That means fewer frustrating moments of forgetfulness and better balance when walking. For many of my patients, even small changes, like adding a side of greens at dinner, led to clearer thinking and improved confidence in daily activities. Better balance: fewer falls, more independence after 60. This is perhaps the most important benefit. Falls are one of the greatest risks for older adults, often leading to long recovery times and loss of independence. But with stronger muscles, healthier joints, and improved coordination, you reduce that risk. Simple foods like roasted sweet potatoes, peas, or okra soup can become your allies in maintaining freedom. The freedom to walk steadily, to garden, to travel, or simply to move around the house without fear. Conclusion: the beautiful truth is that protein-rich vegetables can step in to supplement or even replace the role of eggs. You don't have to give up what you already enjoy. Think of it instead as expanding your team. Because when you combine a variety of vegetables, you're not just adding food to your plate, you're building a protective squad for your body. Each vegetable contributes something unique, and together they create a defense system that supports your heart muscles, bones, memory, and balance. I've seen this again and again in my patients. A 70-year-old woman who once struggled with knee pain found relief after adding okra and kale to her dinners. A 65-year-old man who thought weakness was inevitable regained his strength through lentils and spinach. These are not miracles, they're simply the results of giving the body the nourishment it's been waiting for. Call to action. So now I want to hear from you. Which of these vegetables will you try adding to your meals this week? Will it be a warm, roasted sweet potato in the afternoon, a handful of mushrooms in your stir-fry, or maybe a simple bowl of okra soup with dinner? Share your choice in the comments below, because sometimes the smallest step, just one new vegetable on your plate, can be the beginning of a healthier, stronger, and more joyful chapter of your life. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so we can meet again in the next stories, where I'll share with you more simple yet powerful secrets of nutrition and longevity. Because aging is not the end of the story, it can be the beginning of a brand new chapter filled with energy and joy.